Say the time for that. Come on, man. Didn't even notice it. All right. We should be back, I guess. I don't know. All right. So yeah, Tatum hitting back-to-back threes. It's a highly competitive game, and I love it. Boston's fighting. Tatum's starting to hit threes. Maybe he can get it going. Miami's starting to turn the ball over, though. See, okay, one thing we got to talk about here is Kevin Love. Kevin Love should not be doing any post-up plays. Please, Kevin Love, at this stage of your career, we don't need you to try and back some guy down in the post and try to shoot a hook shot. That is gone, bro. That is gone. Do you think Sixers ruined another good opportunity by losing Game 7? I mean, yeah. You had a chance to go to the conference finals for the first time in the Embiid era. So, yeah, you definitely wasted an opportunity. Joel Embiid is the only MVP in NBA history to never get to a conference finals. And until he gets to a conference finals, he's going to hold that title. You blew it. You had a 3-2 lead against the Celtics, and you blew it. Now, who knows how who knows how the Sixers would have fared against the Miami Heat? But you're just not going to know. As a Sixers fan, you wouldn't know because you didn't get there. So Miami's missed the last 4 shots. Boston has a chance to tie it at 61 all. They called a timeout here. They only got 4 left. They're going to give it to Smart. Smart's going to drive Horford to Derek White. That's the perfect person to shoot the 3. And Derek White ties the game. One thing Miami continues to do is leaving Derek White open. That's just something you can't do. The Celtics are on a 9-0 run. I hate my allergies. Strus gets himself a look. He didn't take it. He gets stripped. Here comes the Celtics. Jaylen Brown drives, layup, good. And the Celtics take the lead. They're on an 11-0 run. Miami's going to have to recollect themselves because, again, Boston continues to show life and fight. And another turnover by Miami. And a foul is called on Jimmy Butler. So Brown's going to go to the free throw line. And yes, Boston right now. Miami's getting a little bit complacent. That's a lazy pass by Jimmy. Miami's getting a little bit complacent. And again, Strus. I know we like to kind of switch, but I would rather have Al Horford take that than to have, Derek White take it. Derek White does not miss threes. He is a sharp shooter. Boston is showing life. They're fighting. So you see the fight from the Celtics. They're showing life. Miami's going to have to respond like they always do. Tatum, do not settle for 3. There you go. Tatum drives, puts in a shot, and is good. You see the confidence. Boston up by 4. Miami's going to have to come back and recollect themselves. 13-0 run for the Celtics. Miami is going to have to recollect themselves offensively and see if they can get themselves some good looks. Jimmy drives, gets it to Vincent. Vincent. Offensive foul on who? Bam got called for another offensive foul. That's a tough call right there. So Miami's turning the ball over. Boston has the advantage right now. Miami's going to have to go recollect themselves right now. Got to see if they can make a stop. Celtics right now cooking in the middle of this run. Tatum, he might pop this 3. You don't know. Smart for 3. Finally, Marcus Smart makes a three, and Miami's going to call a timeout. Boston is up by 7. Is it just me, or are Celtic fans pretty much Cowboy fans of the NBA? They always yell, "We winning it all," just to choke in the playoffs. Celtics fans ain't the only one that really yells it out. You know, Celtics fans can yell that at times. Lakers fans, when they have a good team, yells it out. There's several teams that do that. Boston is going on a crazy run. Spoelstra's going to call time. See if he can get the team recollected because they're leaving guys open, not making switches. They got to be better here. Tatum with 16, White with 14, Brown with 11. Marcus Smart hits his first 3 of the game. They're making plays. Meanwhile, you're looking at Miami. Jimmy Butler's not having a great game. He's shooting 3 of 10 from the field, 9 points for him. And Bam's not being that aggressive. He's causing turnovers with these offensive fouls and these moving screens. So Miami continues. What's going on, Mike? She's not here right now. But Miami got called timeout to recollect themselves. We're playing like garbage. Miami's just missing shots. Miami's turning the ball over. They're missing shots, kind of forcing shots up. And defensively, they're getting beat right now because the ball movement is starting to increase for the Celtics. And Miami's just getting caught lacking because they're starting to trap. They're trying to trap Tatum, and it's just leaving one man open, and the guys are just passing it to the next man. So Spoelstra's going to call timeout, calm it down, get themselves recollected, and then we'll come back and see what we can do. At the end of the day, you know it's going to be a fight. I mean, this is no different than Game 1 or Game 2. Game 3 was the outlier, but Games 1 and Game 2, this is what you expect to see. It's going to be a fight. It's a series of runs. Miami understands that. What Miami's got to do is continue to play their game. They got to clean up the turnovers and have to continue to stick with their guys, continue to switch and make sure everyone's covering somebody and just make plays. At the end of the day, that's just what it is. In the postseason, it's a series of runs. The playoffs are about a series of runs. Boston is in the middle of making their runs. Like I say, with the Celtics, there's highs and there's lows. When you see the highs for the Celtics, boy, they can't miss. But when the lows come, boy, they can't stop turning the ball over. So, at the end of the day, you see where it is. Right now, the Celtics are on the highs. They're on the middle of a, what is now, a 16-0 run? Give them credit. Now it's time for Miami to recollect themselves, continue to play their game. 2013 Legion of Boom or 2015 No Fly Zone. Both of them won a championship, but I like the Legion of Boom just a bit better. Though that 15 defense terrorized Brady in the AFC title game. And then they terrorized Cam Newton in the Super Bowl. But yeah, Miami, recollect yourself, get back to playing your game. Boston's going to continue to show life and show a fight. You just got to play your game. There's highs and there's lows when it comes to the Celtics. We know that. Right now, they're in the middle of the highs. Do you think LeBron will retire soon after this playoff loss? No. I don't think he's going to retire after this playoff loss. But yeah, Miami's getting complacent. They got to get back to the level of aggression they were showing early on. Because right now, Boston's playing with that high energy and high level, and Miami's just getting caught slacking. So Miami's got to get back to what they are doing before, get themselves together, get themselves recollected, and make sure they just go back and match the energy of the Boston Celtics. I'll never forget when Antonio Brown completely cooked the no-fly zone defense with, I believe, 160-plus yards and 2 touchdowns. Miami 2 of 10 from the field in the third quarter and 3 turnovers. That's just not good Miami basketball. Another turnover here. See? Miami continues to turn the ball over, and they continue to just make mistakes on defense. And a foul is called on Caleb Martin. So, yeah, Miami right now, there's just nothing there. They got to continue to they got to get back in this. They got to get back in this. But it's the playoffs. It's a series of runs. I mean, let's not forget, Boston was up by double digits in Game 1 and Game 2 on the road. Miami found a way to do what they needed to do. At the end of the day, Strus that might be Strus's 4th foul now. So Derek White's going to go to the free throw line. That's going to give him a chance to make this a 9-point game. Yeah, Strus didn't have a chance to set his feet there, so. So now Miami's got to get themselves recollected. Kyle Lowry's going to come in. Let's see if he can slow down the whole pace because Vince has got 4 fouls. Miami's got to recollect themselves, re-engage themselves. Derek White with the free throw. Boston up 69-61. But like I said, it's the playoffs. It's a series of runs. You know what's going to happen. I mean, again, Denver was in the same position yesterday. They were down by 15. The Lakers went on several runs to continue to keep that, an 8, 9, nearly 10 score game. And the Denver Nuggets continue to do what they need to do. Miami's just got to make sure to stop turning the ball over and execute. Get good looks. That's the best you can do. 0 points in the last 4.5 minutes. They're going to have to change that up. Jimmy goes to the basket. Jimmy with the layup. Jimmy's going to have to start getting a bit aggressive when he's driving to the basket. He's got to look to get some open shots. Boston up 70-63. But they got to lock in defensively. I've always said this with Miami. Defense leads to offense. Tatum. There's a step back 3. No good. Horford. Foul on Horford. You see, the rebounding is definitely there for Boston. If Miami loses this game, the series will probably go 6. I mean, we'll see. I'm not going to predict 5 or 6. I'm worried on a game-to-game basis. So, maybe it goes 6. Maybe it goes 5. I don't know. But I'm not here to really focus on what happens if they win or lose. Why are the refs so biased for the Celtics? They're down 3-0. Don't help them. Let them suffer. At the end of the day, Miami is fouling. I mean, you can sit back and say Horford misses a free throw. You can sit back and say, oh, yeah, the refs are helping. Bro, we've been talking about the refs all postseason. Miami is one win away from the NBA Finals. I'm not complaining about the refs, okay? The refs in every freaking sport ever made is always going to be problematic, especially to the fans if they feel they're getting cheated. At the end of the day, just play the game. In football, just play football. I don't care about all these calls. Oh, holding. Offense. No, I'm not dealing with that. Just play the game. Just play the game. Basketball, all these fouls. I'm not here to deal with it, man. I'm not here to deal with it. Because they're not calling the whistle on everyone. When your team's turning the ball over, I don't see the whistles being called. When you're Caleb Martin for 3. Caleb cannot hit it. Lowry gets the rebound. See, that's the level of fight you got to show. Strus to Jimmy. Jimmy. Gets it to Martin. Martin drives and puts up another 3. And he misses it. But they get the rebound. Jimmy's going to pop a 3. And Jimmy puts it in. Miami's down by 5. 71-66. At the end of the day, just play basketball, bro. Just play basketball. Can't get mad and start complaining about the refs. Just play basketball. Cody Zeller guarding Al Horford is not what I want. Horford's like, listen, we're 2 old men. Yeah, we're 2 old men. Great move right there by Al Horford. 73-66 game. That was a great move by Al Horford, by the way. Jimmy, he might pop another 3. He's being guarded by Al Horford. He might shoot another 3. Jimmy's going to drive. He's going to stop. Nice pass, Cody Zeller. He gets fouled and 1. So now Cody Zeller is going to go to the free throw line for a 3-point play to see if he can make it a 4-point game. Right now, Boston's up 73-68. Cody Zeller is going to the free throw line to see if he can make it a 4-point game. Miami's just got to play their level of basketball, man. Don't turn the ball over. Be engaged. Fight for the rebounds. Just play Heat basketball. Cody Zeller, he hit the free throw. Okay. 2019 Ravens or 2015 Panthers. Who would win that matchup? Honestly, don't know. Because Cam was on. We wouldn't really be able to stop Cam. Well, then again, I'm going to give credit to the 15. Marcus Smart hits a very tough 3 and makes it a 76-69 game. You'll live with those shots. You'll live with those shots. If Marcus Smart's going to hit that type of 3, you'll live with it. You'll live with it. Jimmy with the ball right now. Jimmy being guarded by Jaylen Brown. He's going to drive. Get to the Caleb Martin. Martin. Get to the Lowry. Lowry back to Martin. Martin gets himself recollected. Martin for 3. Martin can't put it in. Tatum gets the rebound. And here comes the Celtics. Smart gets it to Tatum. Tatum drives. Tatum layup. Good. Got it over Jimmy Butler. It's a 9-point game here. Boston up 78-69. Miami's going to continue to play their game. Celtics doing what they need to do. Here comes Jimmy Butler with the ball. He's being guarded by Marcus Smart. Jimmy drives. Jimmy Gets to the basket, puts up the layup. No foul is called. 7-point game. Jaylen Brown's going to rush this shot. Gets it to Grant Williams. Williams gets it to Tatum. Tatum back to Williams. Williams for 3. Can he hit it? The Celtics are hitting their threes. They are now up by 10. Celtics are hitting their threes. These are the highs and lows of the Boston Celtics. Miami's going to have to continue to take those punches. Celtics have hit 15 threes. MVP Cam or MVP Lamar? Again, MVP Cam got to the Super Bowl. Jimmy for another 3. Jimmy missed it, got his own rebound, and then got fouled. Nothing I say there, bro. I mean, both of them are great. Both of them had historical seasons. But again, you got to give credit to Cam for getting to the Super Bowl. We lost in the divisional round. So, I mean, you got to give it to MVP Cam. And both of them didn't have great offenses. Look at the pieces he had to deal with. If you look at the pieces he had to deal with, look at the pieces Lamar had to deal with, neither one of those pieces are good. So Jimmy's going to go to the free throw line here. 2:55 left. Miami down by 10. Jimmy with the first free throw. You know, Jimmy's starting to get himself going. That should be able to help Miami in the fourth quarter here. But yeah, Miami's going to have to find a way to slow down the three-point shooting. Because right now, these guys cannot miss. Jimmy makes both. And those are the highs and lows of the Boston Celtics. The thing about them is they live and die by the three. They get way too comfortable shooting threes. And if they make them, boy, do they make them. If they don't make them, hey, man, they don't make them. But they'll live and die by those threes. Offensive foul on Tatum for pushing Cody Zeller. So turnover here by the Celtics. Miami's going to get the ball down by 8. But if both were to be in the Super Bowl, who would win? I would bet Lamar and the Ravens would be 48-45 by last-second field goal. I mean, I would probably take the Ravens in that matchup. But, you know, it'd be an interesting game. I don't really know how it would go for the most part. Honestly, I don't have any thoughts about football right now, so I can't even give you an answer. Jimmy got fouled, so he's going to go to the line. So Jimmy's going to go back to the free throw line here to see if he can hit 2 free throws. Jimmy's Butler is being Jimmy Butler right now.
Oh, it might be by Tatum. Excuse me. That's still on the rim.
So Jimmy's going to shoot the free throws here.
Butler is at 25 or more points.
First free throw goes in.
This playoffs, and they're 8-0 tonight. Butler with 19. I think it was off. It's off.
It's off the rim, so he's good. It's not basket interference. Jimmy Butler shined his shoes. Jimmy makes both free throws. It's back to a 6-point game. Jimmy Butler doing what Jimmy Butler does. But I don't like to have Jimmy Butler have the carry. He's got 20 points now. You know he had to turn it up in the third quarter. That's great and all, but you want everybody to be helping out because when the role players are doing well, Marcus Smart feels confident from 3. He misses that. Like I said, you got to get the highs and lows. They're not going to hit every 3. Here comes Miami. Down by 6. Lowry with the ball. Lowry. Looked like he wanted to pop that 3 there. They're going to give it to Jimmy. Jimmy. He's going to be guarded by Robert Williams. He's going to drive. Jimmy spins. Puts up the shot and it's good. Jimmy Butler doing Jimmy Butler things. It's back to a 4-point game. Jimmy Butler being the superstar that he is, he's putting the team on his back and bringing this game close. Marcus Smart gets it to Tatum. Tatum being guarded by Caleb Martin. Tatum, nice mid-range jump shot. That's a tough shot by Tatum. 6-point game here, 1.5 left to go. But yeah, just a highly competitive game of basketball, man. You just go out and play, and you see what happens. So Tatum and Butler are going at it as, like, them being the superstars is what they do. Lowry misses the layup. Look at the speed by Smart to get himself prepared. Marcus Smart's left wide open. Tatum gets the layup, though. But Marcus Smart's left wide open. Boston up 85-77, 8-point game here. Tatum with 22 points. Jimmy Butler, I think he also has 22 points. Caleb Martin gets it to Lowry. Lowry to Martin. Martin turns the ball over. Miami's got to be careful with these turnovers, man. They got to be careful with these turnovers. Tatum, he's feeling himself. Grant Williams open for three. He sinks it. And Boston is back up by double digits. Miami's going to have their work cut out for them. Another fourth quarter, they're going into a potentially double-digit deficit. They got to work it. They got to work it. Lowry with the ball. Lowry traveled again. Wow, Lowry's been traveling a lot. Lowry's got to stop traveling. And these guys keep, like, going after Tatum and leaving dudes open for three. Spoelstra's going to have to make that adjustment. So now Boston's going to get one last try to extend this lead here. Miami's going to try to see if they can make a stop. Butler guarding Tatum. That's the matchup you want to see. These two superstars going at it. Tatum. Tough shot, misses. Great defense by Jimmy. 7 seconds left. Jimmy with the slam. Brings it back to a 9-point game. Jimmy Butler and Jason Tatum going at it. And just like that, we were heading to the fourth quarter. Boston up by 9, heading into the fourth quarter. What? What's up? What?
I know we're going into the fourth quarter. I know we have plenty of time, but my boy. Why y'all giving this lead?
Did you not watch our game 1 and 2-1?
I ain't watching none of y'all games.
That's how I know you don't know the series. I'm not worried about you, bro.
Every time y'all played, I was at work. Every time we played, we was at work.
That's how I know you don't. That's how I know you ain't been watching the
Don't
series.
forget, I told you the last Sunday I was trying to watch a basketball game at work. I couldn't watch it because I couldn't find it on freaking ESPN.
Yeah, let's say you didn't watch game 1 and 2. This isn't nothing different.
I ain't watch game 1, 2, or 3.
This ain't nothing different, bro. So you say what happened? You would have been here in game 1 and asked me what happened. You'd have been in your game 2 and asked me what happened.
I wouldn't have. Game 1, I would have sat there and watched it, and then it would go down. If y'all,
we were down by 13 in both game 1 and game 2 in the fourth quarter.
That wasn't a home game. That was an away game. Why would I tell you what happened?
It's just how the series has been. It all comes down to the fourth quarter. Who can make the adjustments? Who can make the shots? How embarrassing would it be for Boston if the Heat come back and the Celtics get swept? I mean, this is literally how the Heat have played basketball all season. And what was embarrassing was a Game 3 effort. Again, the Lakers were up by 15, and they blew that lead. They had several leads throughout the second half, and they just blew it. How embarrassing was it for the Lakers? I really don't care about the embarrassment or none of that. You're just here to play basketball. At the end of the day, the Celtics showed up to play exactly how we wanted them to show up to play. It's a 9-point game heading into the fourth quarter, 12 minutes left. Tatum's shown up. He's gotten himself going. Jimmy Butler's showing up. He's gotten himself going. You got your two superstars showing up when you need them most. It all comes down to the role players. And right now, we need the Heat role players to show up. Like I said, Game 3 is just so fun to me because when Jimmy doesn't have to be Superman, when he doesn't have to be the best player on the court, when him and Tatum, I love the battle him and Tatum had in the third quarter. But like when Jimmy has to do all that, he has to carry, then it's like, all right, man. You know at that point, you're living and dying by every shot Jimmy makes. But you want to get the other role players going, so it is what it is. But again, fourth quarter, we'll see what happens. At the end of the day, the Miami Heat, they do their most damage in the fourth quarter. And it comes down to that. If Boston is able to outplay us in the fourth quarter, they're going to win. The only difference is the Celtics are the second best team in the NBA getting swept by the 8th seed playing team, while the Lakers with the 7th seed getting swept by the number 1 team. That's cool, but playoff basketball is basketball. I don't care what your seeding is. We've seen lower seeded teams get to the finals. We've seen lower seeded teams pull off the upsets. I'm really not concerned about the Celtics being the 2 seed losing to. I don't care about the narratives personally. At the end of the day, it's just basketball. Whoever shows up on the court and plays consistently great basketball 12 turnovers is nasty for Miami right now. We got to clean it up. But whoever plays consistently well basketball through 48 minutes is going to win. I don't care about the narratives or the other outside stuff. I guess, in the media, the narratives in that aspect will be, well, that's embarrassing. But me personally, I really just don't care. So here we go. Fourth quarter action here. Jimmy Butler's going to go get a breather on the bench. You know he's going to come back and we're going to need him. But this is the time for the role players to shine, and it's time for Bam to step up. Because we need Bam to show up here. Kyle Lowry's got to give us something. Duncan Robinson's getting put in the game because we want them three-pointers to hit. Lowry. Fades. Mid-range. No good. That's a tough shot. Lowry's got to hit some shots, man. Tatum's also on the bench to get a breather because, those two superstars went at it. Derek White being guarded by Lowry. Gets it to Brown. Miami's defense has to continue to tighten up. That's really the number one thing. Brown drives, puts up a floater, no good. That's good defense right there. Make it difficult for them. Here comes Caleb Martin. Caleb Martin gets to the Duncan Robinson. Robinson to Lowry. Robinson with the ball. Back to Lowry. They're trying to get something going. Robinson gets open for three. Robinson can't hit it. Rebound goes to Grant Williams. Yeah, you're trying to get Robinson some looks, but I don't think that has to be the only sequence of offense you have. Continue to move the ball around. You're trying to rotate, you're trying to switch everything, give him an open look. I like that, but still, it shouldn't just be staying at the top of the key and rotating everything. Jaylen Brown's going to try to hit a tough three, and he can't hit that. Bam gets the rebound. Right now, both these teams are just missing. So really, it's just been the superstars that were going. Duncan Robinson dumps it down to Gabe Vincent. Vincent drives. Vincent with a tough layup. He gets fouled. He's going to go to the free throw line. What's going on, Daniel? How you doing, man? But yeah, Miami's going to have to continue to play with that intensity. The way Miami's played in the fourth quarter in each of these first four games, first three games, they have to play like that in the fourth quarter here today. But at the end of the day, you're going to play how you're going to play, and you just see, Vincent, first free throw, it's good. 8-point game. 2016-17 Warriors, 2013-2014 Spurs, 2009-2010 Lakers, or 2018-2019 Raptors. So that 2016-2017 team is the team with the team with KD. So I'll take that Warriors team. That 2017 Warriors team was 2017. The 2017 Warriors. Rebound here for the Heat, only down by 7. Got to see if they can go get a good play off of this. A foul is called on the Celtics. So Bam's going to go to the free throw line. Lowry lobbed it to Bam. Bam got pushed while he was in the air, so that's a foul. There's contact. So yeah, the 2017 Warriors. Now, granted, it's not going to count as a shot attempt, but it will be a foul here. So they'll just have to inbound the ball here. Duncan Robinson with the ball. Gets it to Bam. Bam's got all the availability. He's now going to go to the free throw line. And that's back-to-back fouls on Horford, I believe. So now Bam gets to go get 2 at the free throw line. Duncan Robinson and Bam Adebayo just work so well for each other. So now Bam gets to go see if he can hit these 2 and make it a 5-point game. Best non-Curry, Kobe, or LeBron NBA team of the century so far. For me, it's either the 2014 or Spurs or 2019 Raptors. Let's see. Bam missed the first free throw. Let me see. So you got to take out Let me try to think of one. Yeah, I mean, the 2014 Spurs is number 1. 2019 Raptors, for that run, you got to give them credit. Of this century, what about the Milwaukee team that won in 2021? Shouldn't they be in that conversation? Bam missed both free throws. That's crazy. So Bam missed both free throws. Surprising. He could have made a 5-point game. He'll stay at 7. Derek White, tough 3-point shooter. He misses this one. I think he rushed that one a bit too much, but it was a contested 3. Lowry to Vincent. Vincent to Robinson. Robinson passes to Lowry. Lowry, quick shot, good. That's a great pass. Timeout Celtics, 5-point game. Great pass by Duncan Robinson. Game continues to be close, and they're playing well. They're slowly etching back from that double-digit deficit. Good thing Duncan Robinson passed it out, because he was going to be nearly be blocked right there. So great pass by Duncan Robinson. Miami continues to get themselves going once again. I love what our bench players are doing. Yeah, so I said the 2021 Bucks are great as well. Thanks for reminding me. Also, 2011 Mavericks could be included. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me check some things out here. Right now, we just playing basketball. Miami trying to get themselves back into this. Celtics calling a timeout at the right time. So Missoula's been using a lot of his timeouts. I don't know how many timeouts they're going to have left. So best team was the 2009-2010 Lakers, in my opinion. That was a good team, too. The 2008 Boston Celtics. That's another team, too. The 04 Pistons, another great team, too. Don't know how people feel about the 06 Heat. That could be another one you bring up. You can bring up a lot of teams. But yeah, this is a good chunk of teams to pick. Miami down by 5. Missoula actually called a good timeout right there. So, yeah. I think the greatest team ever, in my opinion, was the 95-96 Bulls. They still, they don't have the record because Golden State took it from them, but they won the championship, so that matters. The answer is 2013 Braun, so I don't know what you're trying to. The answer is 2013 Braun. It's not even a debate. The answer is 2013 Braun. I don't even know why you would ask me that question knowing the answer. 2013 Braun should have been the first player to win unanimous MVP. But one person wanted to be a douchebag and pick Carmelo Anthony. Dumb vote. Sometimes I hate that you got these people that I wish the players got to vote instead of these people, man. Because sometimes these voters just use their votes in the dumbest way possible. Everybody knew Braun was the answer. Except that one, Carmelo Anthony, because the Knicks wouldn't have been Just stop. You saw what LeBron was doing and you were salty. You didn't like LeBron, so you wanted to take that away from him. For Curry, everyone loved Curry. Curry was the new. People were already tired of LeBron at that. People have been tired of LeBron. Curry coming up, getting that unanimous MVP, man. People were waiting to see someone play at that high of a level that's very likable. And Steph Curry was very likable. He's still likable now, but that time, I don't remember Curry having any haters. MJ's Bulls or Miami's Big Three? Who would win between Kobe and Shaq? And between Miami's, MJ's Bulls, Miami Big Three. And who would win? And then between Kobe and Shaq, who would win the finals? I don't know. I really don't know. We like to play these matches, but first of all, you're bringing in 3 different teams. One from the 90s, the other's from the 2000s, the other from the 2010s. Each one of those eras kind of have different rules that they played. By the 2000s, you couldn't hand check anymore. So like, and nowadays with the way the 3-point shooting is happening in 2010s, there's differences. I don't even know what rules they're gonna play by. And that matters for the 96 Bulls. So I don't know what rules they're going to play by. Is hand checking allowed? And then you got to look at it like, who's going to guard Shaq? But then again, you're going to look at some of the shooting ability of certain teams. I really don't have an answer for that. I'm going to be very honest. I just don't have an answer for that. Tatum's back in the game. Tatum, nice shot. Bringing Tatum back in, and he immediately hits a tough mid-range jump shot. They want to get the ball out of Tatum's hands. We know that. But you can't be leaving 3-point shooters open. Duncan Robinson gets blocked. And here comes Horford. Horford to Brown. Brown with the slam, and just like that, 4 quick points. And now Miami's got to call a timeout. All right, so just like that, it went from a 5-point game to a 9-point game. Nice block by Derek White. Yeah, they continue to do that. I love what I'm seeing from the Celtics role players today. They're showing up. Miami's got to bring that intensity too. Just like that, 2 possessions. It went from a 5-point game to a 9-point game. The minute Tatum came back in, that's what happened. So now Spoelstra's got to call timeout and bring Jimmy back in. But yeah, these role players got to make their plays. At times, it feels like the Heat are being nonchalant because they're like, we've played like this before. So, you know, when you got a team that's desperate to keep their season alive in the Boston Celtics, you just got to go take it away from them. We saw the same thing happen yesterday with the Denver Nuggets. A lot of times they were being complacent, nonchalant, and the Lakers were just taking advantage of that. But at some point, Denver had to start zoning in and getting this lead down and getting it closer. And even then, Denver almost blew it. Even with the way they played. Because of the desperation the Lakers showed and how LeBron played, Denver almost blew it. That's just how it is. So Miami, again, you don't want to get to that point where it comes down to the final minutes of the game and now you have to come back from down 8. That's not exactly what you want. So again, Miami got to get themselves together. Like I say, defense leads to offense. Defense leads to offense for Miami. But this should be a relatively quick timeout here. Sometimes I look back. KG was supposed to have 2 or 3 rings after winning the first one in 08. Argument could be made, but then, you know, he suffered that injury, I believe, during the 09 playoffs. And then 2010, they lost in 7 to Kobe and the Lakers. So here's what it is. Do you think the Lakers should get rid of D'Lo and resign Austin Reeves? They're going to do that. They're most likely going to sign Austin Reeves and Rui. They're probably going to have to make a decision about D'Lo. I have no question. Time to break that Heat broom. It's not really the time to talk about sweeping. The focus has to be on the game. You can't just assume they're going to come back because, oh, they've done it before. Yeah, well, they've lost games where they have not been able to make the comeback. So let's not talk about the Heat sweeping. Let's just focus on the game. There's plenty of time left for the Heat to come back, but they got to lock in because the Celtics are not about to let up, knowing they have an opportunity to bring this back to their home. So I'm not about to just we don't deal with arrogance here with the Miami Heat, knowing what we've had to fight for, especially this year. He's not going to deal with that. Should Seattle get an NBA team again and be in the Lakers, Warriors, Clippers division? I don't know what division they'd be in, but Seattle getting a basketball team would be great. You know, bring back the Supersonics. Bring back the Seattle Supersonics. Are you excited about Victor Wembanyama in the Spurs? I mean, Popovich is going to get him straight, so I know he's going to have one of the greatest coaches of all time coaching him. So he's going to get an opportunity to maximize his talents and abilities early on, and he's going to get a chance to grow. So, yeah, we'll see what happens there. Seattle Supersonics would be great. Definitely cop a jersey if they bring it back. I really hate my allergies, man. It's annoying to stream when this is happening, too. Yes, I do take it. I'm gonna take I may just take Benadryl or something. It's not like it's a serious thing. So there's 9 minutes left. Miami's down by 9 once again. They cut it to 5. Timeout was called. They gave up they gave up a basket. Duncan Robinson got blocked. They got to get Jimmy back in the game after something like that happens. Like, they tried it with Duncan Robinson. Tonight's not the night where Duncan Robinson is going to get you what you want. Jimmy is going to drive. Jimmy has got to put something up. Jimmy got blocked by Grant Williams. Man got his revenge there. That's what you like to see from Grant Williams, getting the block. Tatum's getting doubled. Nice pass by Tatum. And just like that, Boston's up by 11. Miami's going to have to continue to bring it up. Boston's answering all the questions that we had for them coming into this game. Where's the pride in this team? Well, there's the pride. Another block! And Vincent's hurt. I hope he's okay. Block shot here by Tatum. But look as he comes down. Right here. I think just on his own accord, he sure did. Yeah. The left ankle. What a beautiful block by Tatum. Gosh, it's right here. He did it on his own. Ah! Yes. All on his own. Vincent hurt his ankle, man. I hope he's okay. It's going to be Celtics ball, but I hope Vincent's okay. 8 minutes left. Miami, what you got? Boston. Oh, God, this is not the matchup you want. Timeout. Vince has got to get out. Vince has got to get out. Miami's getting destroyed right now. Boston's up 14. They're handling business, and Vince is really hurt. I don't even know why they let that matchup happen. Vince is really hurt. But, yeah, things are looking rough for Miami. They got some work to do. Plenty of time left, but things are looking rough for Miami. But, again, they have to bring the energy. You know these guys are not going to sit down. Look at the energy they're playing with. Every hustle play, they're going, getting blocks. Miami's got to counter with that energy. The energy's not here right now. So Miami's got to get that energy back. Hopefully Vince is okay, man, but damn. I just really wish he wasn't in for that time. So Vince is going back to the locker room. He really hurt his ankle badly. So 8 minutes left. Miami down by 14. Boston seeing game 5 in the horizon. Can Miami come back the way they have been doing all postseason? But they got to be focused and engaged. They cannot be messing up the way we've been seeing them in some of these moments. Jimmy spins, puts up the shot, no good. You see right now, there's no offense happening, and they're not really focusing and getting back on defense. Smart for 3. And right now, the Celtics are smoking the Heat. We're down by 17. Guys, it looks like it's not happening tonight because Miami's playing with no energy, and these guys cannot miss a shot. Boston continues to go on a run. We'll have to see. Bam's not playing with the aggression you want. He's being very passive right now. Look at this. He's just being very passive right now. And he was fouled. But Bam's just not being aggressive right now. And yeah, Marcus Smart's gaining his confidence back. He's starting to hit his threes. But yeah, 7 minutes left, Miami. What you got left? Jimmy can't get it. Jimmy with the tipping, and nothing's going in right now. Right now, Miami cannot score a basket. I ain't gonna lie, with less than 7 minutes left to go, it looks like we're going to game 5. Boston has come alive and found themselves some rhythm. Looks like we could be going to game 5, but we'll have to wait and see. Tatum. No foul is called. And Jimmy just tipped. They're saying it's going to be Heat ball. I'm pretty sure that's going to be Celtics ball. Yeah, it's Boston's ball. Yeah, Jimmy just lost the ball there. Not gonna lie right now, Miami's dead. Miami's dead. This is the first time they haven't really answered. Oh, actually, we haven't seen them play like this since game 2 of the first round. Like I said, the highs and lows of Boston. This is definitely the highs. This is definitely the highs. Smart again for 3. He doesn't hit it this time. 6 minutes left, 17-point lead. Miami has to play with some energy and some life. Strus back to Butler. Jimmy. Jimmy gets it to Lowry. Can Lowry hit the 3? Lowry puts in the 3. You're going to need more plays like that, and Miami's going to have to lock up defensively if they have any chance of coming back tonight. 5:35 left to go. So Vincent's back on the bench, but I don't know if he's going to be coming out here. Brown with the ball. Drives. Brown. Oh, what a defensive play. Defensive play, a block on Robert Williams. Lowry turns the ball over. He goes way too fast. No one went with him. See, everyone's got to go. Everyone has to go. And you didn't get that. Everybody has to go. But all of a sudden, they saw Lowry going, and I didn't see all the players rush back. Jimmy gets fouled. So he's going to go to the free throw line. But yeah, what's going on, HC Picks? But yeah, everybody has to go. Does not look like Miami's game tonight. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Miami's just not playing with the effort, the intensity that they had in the first half. Second half, they're lacking the energy intensity. So Jimmy's going to go to the free throw line here. So Jimmy Butler with 24 points tonight. Unless you're getting a heroic effort from these guys, with it being 102-96, it's not a lot of hope. We know it's possible, but they're going to have to start hitting some threes, and they have to get some stops. So Vincent's back. Can Miami get back in this? 102-87 because Jimmy missed a second free throw. What are we down by? 15? Miami's down by 15. Do they have anything left in them? Do they have a run left in them? Or is this it for them? You got to see. You got to see. Everyone's got to be focused and zoned in on their guy. Can't be leaving anybody open. Brown. Turnover. See, you need situations like that. Good turnover. Well, I mean, good defense right there, forcing the turnover. And when you make good plays defensively, you got to respond offensively. Got to get some looks. Miami has 15 turnovers tonight. That's just not what you want to see. Vincent, floater, good. 102-89. 4:25 left. Tatum with the ball. Got to continue to see everyone play well defensively. Got to watch their man. Jaylen Brown pops a three. No good. Good defense once again. Here comes Jimmy Butler. 102-89. Bam with the ball. Gets it to Strus. Strus is going to get a look. He hesitates there. And Bam turns the ball over. You cannot have those turnovers. Bam's been bad tonight. And won by Jaylen Brown. Bam's been bad tonight. Cannot even lie. Bam's been bad tonight. It looks like it's going to be Boston's night. I'm sorry to say, Miami, we are not going to complete the sweep. It's Boston's night because Bam continues to turn the ball over. Bam's been awful tonight. I'm going to be honest. Bam has been awful tonight. He has not shown the aggression, the effort, or the focus. He's continued to turn the ball over. He continues to get called with these moving screens and offensive fouls. I don't know what else to tell you, man. 105-89. It's as good as packed. I'm not going to lie. They're down 16. Unless you get some superhero movie comeback here, they don't got a shot. Strus, 3. He can't hit it. Yeah. It's over. It's over. They're going to call timeout and concede. Miami's going to call a night. So you had a shot here, couldn't get it done. But, of course, as you know, you're still going to have opportunities here. Just a bad second half of Miami. That's a bad second half of Miami, bro. That's a bad second half of Miami. Cannot even lie. That is a bad second half of Miami. It's over. It's over. That is a bad half of Miami, bro. This is a night where you just didn't see the intensity. I got to look at this because Bam's just not been good tonight at all. Bam, 10 points. He's had how many turnovers? He has 4 turnovers. 4 turnovers, 4 fouls. Bam's been awful tonight. Bam's been awful for tonight. Like Vince has been well. Jimmy's doing his usual Jimmy thing, but even he's missed 2 free throws. But Jimmy's doing his thing, not shooting the best from the field, but Jimmy's doing his thing. Vincent's playing well with 17. Caleb Martin hasn't really taken a shot past that. He's kind of been hesitant. Yeah, Miami just phoned it in the second half. They got straight out beaten, outplayed. That's the end of the night, bro. That's the end of the night. 10 points in the fourth quarter. Sad. Sad. So, yeah, I would say you could call it a night here. Oh, we still got our starters out here, so we're still going to see if we can try to do something. Tatum, mid-range. Tatum has not missed from mid-range. 107-89, the game is over, guys. Game is over. Miami screwed up, bro. Miami phoned it in. Miami phoned it in the second half. That was terrible, terrible basketball from Miami in the second half. He got fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line once again. There's nothing left. Miami's down by, what are they down by now? 18. They're down by 18 points, and there's 3 minutes left. And they're not going to go on an 18-0 run. They know the game's over, but if I'm Spoelstra, I'm keeping the guys in for the rest of the game. Keep it in and let them know this is a reminder. Don't play around. We now have to go to Boston because you guys did not show up in the second half. Do not play around. On the bright side, we get an extra game. We got to wait 2 days, but we get an extra game. June 1st is when the finals start, so instead of having to wait, 9 days, you get to wait 7 days, I guess? Jimmy makes both free throws, 16-point game. Boston, obviously, they don't want to give Miami any sort of chance, so if you're Boston, you continue to keep your guys in, continue to do what you need to do for the most part. Take shots. Tatum, another layup. As long as Tatum continues to make these layups and these shots, you're not going to have a chance. The game is over, but I want Spoelstra to keep the guys in so that they keep this as a memory, to make sure you understand. Look at this. They're not even in sync right now. Keep this in as a reminder. Don't mess around. You gave Boston a chance. Do not mess around. That's the reminder you got to have right now because Miami just hasn't made the stops defensively, and they just didn't hit their shots down the stretch. So, because of that, we're going to have to go to Boston for Game 5. Brown being guarded by Jimmy. Brown, mid-range. He misses. So, yeah, Miami's going to still, continue to play. But just keep this as a reminder, man. Keep this as a reminder. Jimmy gets a slam. 14-point game. 2 minutes left. Nothing's really going to happen here unless the Celtics just completely collapse in 2 minutes. But yeah, I mean, Boston knows they have to continue to just play and kill the clock and make sure Miami doesn't get any other chances. Tatum with the ball. He's going to look for a step-back three. There it is. That's a bad three by Tatum. But again, that's an example. Tatum misses the three, and Smart comes in and gets the rebound. It's been a night where the aggression for Miami just hasn't been there. And hey, Miami's bound to have one bad game. You gotta, well, at least a bad half. Gotta recollect yourself. Gotta get yourself focused. Gotta understand, man. Cannot play around and mess around with this, man. Gotta go out there and play. You gotta be assertive. You gotta be focused, and you gotta play. And now the starters have officially come out. They know it's over. Bam's still in though. But yeah, disappointing night for the Miami Heat. They did not play well in the second half. They did not. They phoned it in. Tatum just gets a shot to go in. Bad night for the Miami Heat. Gonna have to go recollect it on Friday. On the good news, we get basketball on Thursday. Would have preferred not to, but you know, it is what it is. Lowry just shoots an air ball. So pretty much the game comes to an end here. The Boston Celtics do not go out with a whimper. They're going to take this back home to Boston, which means Miami's going to have to be prepared for a very hostile crowd in Game 5. They're going to have to be prepared for a very hostile crowd in Game 5. Disappointing night. Disappointing night. Disappointing night. Disappointing night. Give credit to the Celtics. Jason Tatum showed up tonight, 34 points, 11 rebounds. He did what he needed to do. Disappointing night. First home loss of the postseason. Disappointing night. Gonna have to go. We're gonna have to go to Boston for a Game 5. Give credit to the Celtics. They did what they needed to do. Handled business in the second half. Series is not over yet. Like I tried to tell people, everyone's already talking about bring out the broom, sweep. I'm like, man, this is a team that has pride. You have to get it done. You have to get it done. It's never over until it's over. So it is what it is. Well, final minute left. Disappointing loss for the Miami Heat. Disappointing loss. They played like a second seed tonight. Yes, they did. And Miami at home did not match the intensity, knowing they had a chance to go to the finals tonight. They have no one else to blame but themselves. They got to take a look at themselves, understand that they let that second half go, and they better be ready for Game 5. Because if you let Boston win Game 5, all the pressure comes on you to win a Game 6 at home. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to Game 5. Heat next game have to win. They have to because, again, you have the advantage, but you also got to remember, Denver's going to get all this extra rest because Miami blew it here. So, Miami's got to be prepared for Game 5. First Heat home loss since April 11. It looks nice, yeah. Hey, man, this is how it is. If you don't show up in the second half of a basketball game and you don't do anything in the fourth quarter, you're going to get beat. Boston played like a desperate team trying to keep their season alive. And Miami played like a team that was looking ahead to the NBA Finals without even clinching it. That second half was truly a disappointment. Truly a disappointment. But at the end of the day, you still got to play. Miami knows what's on the line. Miami knows what they need to do in Game 5. And Miami understands that they have to go into a hostile environment and play a tough Celtics team that has re-engaged themselves. So, we're going to find out what this Miami Heat team is all about in Game 5 because you're going to be on the road. The way Miami hesitated tonight, the way you saw the hesitation from everybody, the lack of confidence in the second half, the lack of aggression, the lack of hustle, the lack of focus in the second half, they show up like that in Boston. We coming back to Miami for Game 6. Eric Spoelstra, if I'm you, I'm going to go talk to these guys in the locker room and say, guys, we cannot play the way we did in that second half in Boston. We got to re-engage and refocus. The way we played tonight was unacceptable. The way we played tonight is not the way we've played all postseason. The way we played tonight, we played like one of those teams that already looked ahead to the NBA Finals and assumed that these guys were going to lay down. We did not play with the intensity we needed to play with. We're going to find out what these boys are made of in Game 5. But for basketball fans, at least we get 2 days less to wait for the finals. Because the finals is June 1st. But now you got a Game 5 happening in Boston. We'll see what happens. Got to clean up the turnovers. And with that being said, the Boston Celtics are going to take Game 4. It's going to be a 3-1 series. Miami, better go figure this out. We're going to see what you're made of in Boston for a Game 5. Boston keeps their season alive. We'll see what happens. They got a lot to clean up. They were not in sync tonight. Boston is 3-0 in elimination games. So we're about to see what's going to happen in Game 5 in Boston. Miami better get it together real quick. With that being said, guys, I appreciate you stopping by. Disappointing night for the Miami Heat. I'm disappointed as a Heat fan, but I expect Miami to get themselves together, go on the road for Game 5, refocus, re-energize, and do what they need to do to go to the NBA Finals. For the one person that jinxed us and said, I hope we lose Game 4 and go to Game 5 and win on our home court to get revenge, you jinxed us, low-key. As a fan, I'm going to say you jinxed us. But we'll see what happens in Game 5, man. With that being said, that's all I got, and I'm out of here, man.